Inheritance. One day, a small child wanted to know about his great grandfather. He wanted to know what his great grandfather had left, which he can remember and share it with his friends. Grandmother said that she was brought up from a very poor family. Her father, her grandfather were not very rich, but the grandson was very curious to know something about great grandfather. So his grandfather's her grandmother said when she was small, her father used to show her different types of writing. Her father was very fond of writing letters. Letter writing was his hobby. Other children had different dolls, different types of jewelry, different types of dresses, but the grandmother had different types of letters, beautiful letters. She had letters from even from Queen Elizabeth. She had a letter from Winston Churchill. Her grandfather, they did not want anything in return, they just wanted to write, no, collect different autographs. Sometimes her father used to go to station and she used to stay in Ajmer. He used to meet different passengers. He used to speak to them. He used to take them to, sometimes if they were Hindu, he used to take them to temples. Those who are Muslims, he used to go to Ajmer Sharif, and he had love for different languages, so he could speak many languages, and he never charged any money from them. He just wanted their autographs. So he had a beautiful collection of autographs. And when the grandmother was small, she was to feel very helpless. But when she grew up, she became a teacher, and her grandmother was not a very good student. But her teacher used to love her immensely. They paid all her attention, and the grandmother learned how to give attention to her student who were poor, who were weak in their studies. One day, the students also asked about the inheritance she received from her father, great grandfather. She said it was just writing. And the students, once the grandmother got a batch of students who were as poor as her and they were equally weak, the students made a promise that they would write as much as they get time and pay special attention to the spellings. And wow, when the results were out, all the students got distinction, and the teacher was praised, the student were praised, but all was due to the inheritance of writing. And some teachers said credit doesn't go to the teacher, the credit goes to the inheritance, what she inherited from her father and great grandfather. And both of them had love for writing and watching handwriting. Once the grandmother visited Saudi Arabia, she had many pieces of paper in which different types of writing was there. She went for a party, and her purse was checked, and she was asked why those papers were there. And then she said she had a love for different type of writing. In Saudi Arabia, the party starts after the last namaz. That is after 9 o'clock. So the party started after the last namaz and it ended up to 3 in the morning. And all the people who had come for the party, they were so happy to show their handwriting. The next day, some students from different schools were called. They were also very anxious to show their writing and know about graphology. Her program was showed in the TV on Saudi Arabia. They asked her how much money she earned by just watching the. Tears came in her eyes. She said she didn't earn any money. Then she said that if she had earned money, she wouldn't have got what you called honor. And the grandmother was honored as the world renowned graphologist. One of her friends' daughter name was Lippy. Lippy means writing. She used to say to write something for her. Once friend's daughter was in America. She was gardening, and while gardening, she was crushed by a car. Some children who didn't have license, they were driving, and they just crashed her. My grandmother wrote some songs in memory of that girl, and it was all about handwriting. And when the grandson heard all these stories, he just hugged his grandmother, said, "You are the richest grandmother, and we are so proud that today we have got beautiful writing due to your love for watching handwriting and love for graphology."